Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight we have a little special for you. As you guys know, I started a series on American Outback. Found out pretty quickly that it was stolen, thanks to Simone, who informed me. And some of my Facebook viewers also helped me find the author to verify that it was a stolen map. His name is Something on My Shoe Too. And sure enough, American Outback was stolen. So I asked him what he wanted me to do about it. I said, do you want me to take the series down? Do you want me to keep it up? And he said, go ahead and take it down. But since you were honest with me and stuff, here's a special gift. And he allowed me early access to the Tombstone map. So once again, this is before it's released, although I know that I think Giants has it in review. But it's maybe not totally finished, so things may change a little bit. But we're going to take a preview look here tonight at this map called Tombstone from Something on My Shoe Too. It's a great map, and we're gonna drive around a little bit, and I'm going to show you why I like it so much. And then on top of that, we're going to be using this map for the John Deere Farm series that I started on American Outback. So we're just going to move over here. As you can see, I've already purchased back the equipment that I had earlier. I will have this all moved out to the farm before we start that series, but that'll be starting as the next episode. So let's go ahead and take a drive. All right, so we're going to hop into our green pickup truck here, and I'm going to drive around a little bit and take a look here at the map. So you can see here's the downtown area. Some of it's a little rough looking. Once again, a lot of these textures are pulled from Estancia, and I don't have a problem with that because that's just how the map builders do, but it looks really good. And even here, like if you look down this lane, it looks like the border of, between Mexico and, San Diego, like in California. It does have that feel to it, almost like Tijuana type feel to it. Then we have these, obviously these are assets that come from Estancia, but they look great here. Just laid out differently than what the Estancia map is laid out. One of the things I think that you're going to like about this map, with the new placement tools, starting a farm is going to be a little bit easier because he's given us very small plots of land that have empty space on them for, let's say, your cattle pens, your houses, your like facilities like the grain silos and stuff like that. And you're going to find that those facilities are fairly cheap, like under $100,000 for the land. So like $50,000, $40,000, $30,000 for a piece of land, and that you can build on. And so you can buy a small chunk next to a big field and then just buy the big field, and you can start setting your farm up that way. You'll notice on the map there's a lot of areas that are grass. So you can buy all those grassed areas, and they don't have field numbers on them, but you can still buy them. You can set them up however you want. But you'll notice cool things like this. So I'm going to look around here. We have the lime station. You can buy that field behind it, but you don't have to. But I found that there's a lot of little areas, and it may not be so much over in this corner, but where they actually have already built buildings for your equipment. So if you buy field number, let's say down field number 2 there, like I bought, there's actually a garage down there for a harvester. And we'll take a look at that in a minute so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it does have a very similar feel to American Outback, but it just feels a little bit more flushed out than American Outback was. It feels more like a real place, and I really like that. But let's see here. So we're going to drive up, coming up on the left here, I believe, is where I wanted to show you one thing. So as you can see here, we have a settled place, but it also has a barn where you can park tractors and stuff if you want to. And you can park stuff anywhere you want on the map. Also here on the left there, you can see there's a pad that's empty where you can put buildings. So let's say you want to start a farm around field 6, or maybe start like a small cattle farm. We'll drive over there in a sec here so you can see that pad. There's just little nooks and crannies around the map like this, which I really like. I think that makes it something that is a little bit different than the maps that Giants made. I feel with the Giants maps, yeah, there's like one spot where you can set up your farm, and that's where you set up. I feel like, whoa! That's another thing I like. The train does move through town, and the trains are very flat. They don't go up any stupid mountains that are too steep for trains and stuff like that. That's, being a flat map, it looks a little bit more realistic to my eye anyway. So over here, let's say you want to start a cow farm. You could put the cow pen here, have room for a home or a trailer or anything that you want to live in, and then set up across the field. You could even put a couple like sheds here. And there's little spots like this all over the map, which I love. So we'll keep driving around and take a look at some of these other spots. But I think my only complaint about the map, and I'll show you that next, is that when you get near the edge, the background textures tend to kind of fall apart. So as you can see over here as we get near this edge, I don't love the way it looks when you get up close to the mountains, and we'll keep going here. They're very low res. I don't know if there's much the author can do to fix that. He has kind of put rocks along there to kind of hide it, but you can just see the mountains get very low res when you get near them. And I don't know if there was a way he could push those back, but they're just really low texture. So I'm not in love with that part of it. But other than that, like, if you look this way, look off in the distance, that is just gorgeous. It looks like, well, like really Southern California or into Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, it has that southern feel or southwestern feel. So I think that this is going to be a brilliant map. Nice huge fields if you guys want to get big bud going or get any of these big heavy tractors moving. One thing I would suggest, if you have a money cheat or have a money mod, when those come out, it's probably, or if you're on the PC and you can edit your farm file, it's definitely probably worth cheating some extra money in so that you can afford to buy a couple pieces of land and some equipment that's going to handle that land. But if you want to start small, you can. I don't think he has an equipment set on this map. We can try the easy mode once we're done with the video and take a look and see if there is any equipment available. But on the farm manager mode, you're basically farm manager just like the rest of the game. There's no extra pieces of hardware or equipment. You have to buy everything yourself. So with 1.2 mil, you can do it for sure. We'll look at some of the land pricing. But here we go. Here's another example. So in this section, we have like this barn's available. If you buy that field, you can use this barn. And they use that building a lot, so get used to it. Unfortunately, that's one of the things that they use that one over and over again. But here's another hangar right here that you can park in. And there's even a storage thing for the train. So if you bought that field, you could store your stuff there and not have to build a grain silo. And these are the things I'm talking about. There are these little nooks and crannies all over the map. I want to make sure we're going where I want to go. Okay, here we go. Good. I'm going to drive you past the place that I chose for my homestead, and we'll check it out. This is where the series is going to take place. As we go, we'll buy more and more of the map, but for now, we're going to start out here. And I've kind of set it up the same as I did on the Stolen American Outback map. So we have this. I bought this plot of land here, and this is a. It has the Estancia Lapacho sign, but there's my home. I built the home there. You don't have to build a home, obviously. You could build like a trailer or something, but I thought, it'd be cool to put it there. I can't wait till the texture changer comes out with the next patch, because I'm going to definitely put some cement pad in there up to the front of the house. But right now, that's how it's going to sit until that comes out. There's a little garage for me to park. There's a couple grills and like a cabana. And then I also bought that parcel included this lot over here. So this was just a blank piece of cement, and I've built a garage. There's my workshop and my cleaner over there. And then I've also got a silo here. And I've got a horse paddock set up, and then also a cow pen set up. And I've got a hay storage unit over here so that I have all the things that I need for the animals. So that we have the ability to feed. And now the watering thing I'm still going to have to figure out. I don't know where to get water on this map, but it's got to be around here somewhere. But let's take a look at the map while we're here. So here's the overall picture of what I've purchased, and I want to show you the lands button so you can kind of see how he's divided this up. He hasn't done it like Giants. He's done it a little bit differently. But my point is this. If you want to build something on this little spot here, we can drive down in a minute and look at that. In fact, why don't we do that right now? It's only $18,000. So if you want to build a building but not have to buy a giant plot of land to build the building, well, you can do it fairly cheaply. And I like the way that he's done that. So there's the plot right there. You can see there, that little plot there is about $18,000, which I think realistically that probably would cost about that in real life. So, and let's say you're going to, you could put a couple sheds in here, maybe a trailer, to start a small farm off and keep your equipment parked here. And then yet go, buy a field across here. So this field, I bought field number 2 here. Go back in the lands thing, and you got a $10,000 for here, $18,000 for here, and then you could buy this $302,000 field, or this one's $166,000. And you can see what I've bought already. I bought 10, 2 and 1 in these, and that was with, I started with $5 million, and I got all the equipment too. So the grass fields are also separate. However, you can't buy just random land. So I can't go out here and buy this. The stuff between you can't buy, but there are spots that you can use along here. So let's go take a look up there and just see what's going on up there. So once again, you don't necessarily have to buy the land to use it, but if you want to actually build on it, then you have to buy it. So you could park your vehicles here and not have to worry about it. But if you, as soon as you want to put a shed up, you're going to have to buy it. But you can see over there on the right, there's another one of those storage sheds. So once again, I think that in some ways, I like this map better than some of the Giants maps because we have so many different places to actually build. He's done a good job thinking out of places to build different buildings, and also he's also done a great job giving us already built structures that we can use around the map. It's not like there's one structure here, one structure there. These are all over the place, so it makes it very convenient. You can start the farm pretty much anywhere you want on the map, and I really like that feature. It's almost like a choose your own adventure type thing. So you don't have to go, up by field 7's where you have to start, or down by field 6. I can start wherever I want on this map, and that's taking advantage of the new system that Giants has put in. I think honestly better than Giants did. They really didn't do a great job with the placement and the having pads set out for you to set up wherever you want. The Giants maps feel very much like, oh no, this is where you're going to set it up. But this one's very open, and I like that. I really like the fact that we can kind of go wherever we want. It's pretty cool that we have 2 train lines going through town. I believe there's 1 train that we can drive. I don't think we can drive both, but let's hop around and see if we see 2. Oh, there are 2 trains. Yep, there's one. That's going on the northern route, and there's the second one, and that's going on the southern route. And they do pass each other sometimes, so it's pretty cool when the 2 trains come down the middle. It's well thought out. So I do like too, and I don't remember seeing this in Estancia La Pacha, but there is a fort like over here, and you can buy the land, and I'll head over there to check that out. I'll show you guys. I'm going to cut across this cotton field here. I know. Here's the kind of cotton field that you guys are going to need for the cotton harvester. Giants did say with the next patch that they are going to be multiplying the amount of money that you get from the cotton crops. The rumor is that they're going to be multiplying it by 3. So cotton farming will all of a sudden now become something that's a viable option, because right now it's not worth very much, and you spend a lot of money on the hardware, and you don't really get to do much with it. But if they're really going to do that, then it'll actually be worth cotton farming here on this map. So I don't remember seeing this on Estancia La Pacha, but maybe it's there hidden somewhere. But this is really cool. They got a whole old fort going on. And once again, I don't remember ever seeing this, but maybe it must be there. I can't imagine he came up with all these things himself, but maybe he did. So anyway, that's pretty cool. And I think you can buy this land, or do you buy the area around it? Yeah, it's like the grass field there. Let's see. Yeah, you can just buy the grass field, so you don't get the actual ruins. And even here, there's a spot. Okay, so let's look here. Across this field, once again, you have another one of those barns. So if you want to start in this sector, you can start here, right by town. So what's not to love about this? Like I said, my only downfall that I feel like the map has is just that edge, that back border. Or if you don't like the South American textures, you might not like this farm. But I think it's a beautiful map. I think it's got a lot of really cool atmosphere to it. Feels very different than the Giants maps. Now, it is very flat, but a lot of farmland is like that. So I feel like it's just a really good, well-done map. So thank you again to Something in My Shoe, or Something on My Shoe too, for letting me preview this map and share it with you guys. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be coming out, but I did hear that it is actually in review with Giants right now. So I would imagine it won't be too long till we see it on PC, and hopefully not too long till we see it on the consoles too. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this quick look, and we'll see you for the series that starts. The next episode will be the actual start of the series where we start playing on this farm. So have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we'll see you next time.